Salutations and welcome to Ankamations. My name is Annika and today I wanted to share some casual art with you. I'm pretty new to recording my work, so I wanted to try a simple, no-stress drawing to get the feel of things. I'm gonna try to wing it in terms of scripting, so forgive me if any bumps come up. Without further ado, let's get into the time-lapse. So beginning here, we're just gonna start out with the very simple warm-up concept thumbnails, just getting my hands ready to draw something. You know, it's always kind of intimidating to look at a blank canvas, so I find it's better to kind of have a rough idea of what you're doing before you start it. So here you can see me illustrating all the thumbnails. I kind of had the idea for this piece being a very simplistic, me sitting on the ground with my little paper hat. And so here you can see me getting the rough sketch of that down. I was like, oh, maybe if you tip the hat, I can have very much leaning into that C curve, that line of action, where you've got, you know, one arm up, leaning in. And I kind of struggle with simplifying things because I get a little obsessed with the whole, oh, it has to be anatomically correct, or, oh, I don't want things to be hidden. But in reality, that's not how it works. Obviously, things are gonna be hidden in most angles because of perspective. So right now I'm just getting that very simplified sketch down, refining the simplified sketch into a less simplified sketch, but still simplified. I don't know. But here I've got that really chunky sweater sleeve that I was like, oh yes, I love the chunky sweater. And then I took a reference picture of myself in the sweater and I realized that's not how that sweater looks from that angle. So here I am fixing that. It's still beautiful, it's still chunky, it just, that sleeve did not make any sense. So here I am just getting that silhouette of the hands in, trying to be like, oh okay, just refining the sketch a little bit more. I wanted this to be a very chill piece, so I'm not putting too much effort and thought into making it super perfect. This is just a easy way for me to just record the process, trying something new. Give me an excuse to open up my editing software and give editing a try, because I've not done that in like 7 months. So honestly, I think this will be good for me to just, maybe I can share some of my experiences with you guys and inspire you guys to create something. But for sure, I think overall this whole experience has just been for me to remind myself that it doesn't have to be stressful and not every art piece has to be perfect. I always find myself into this sort of mindset of, oh, it's not perfect, it's not a portfolio piece, I can't post it, it's not good enough, I'm not good enough. And we don't do that here. That's not how it is, you know? For every great piece, there's like a mountain of terrible ones. And so I'm like, you know what, you should just share these terrible ones. Like, where is this gonna go? It's gonna go in files on my computer for nobody to ever see ever. And what a waste of time, you know? When I could be using it as a learning experience, or just showing off, or even a memory. I can look back at this video like 10 years from now and be like, wow, this drawing was pretty bad, or wow, I remember when I did that monochromatic color palette, I learned stuff from it. So here I am with this sketchy line art style, getting the chunks of ink in, and this is really just to define that depth. It really helps things pop. Things closer to the camera are gonna be more thick line art, thicker lines and thicker lines under where there's gonna be a lot of shadow. Laying out the flat colors here, just getting the, defining the colors of the piece. I wanted to go monochromatic. As I said earlier, I've never done that before, and color theory is kind of a weak point for me, but I gave it a try, and I think I can improve next time, but I did some hue shifting with skin, made it a little more yellow because hue shifting is very important. You don't want it all to be the same shade of green, that's not gonna look good. So here I am just doing a little tiny bit of shading. I still wanted the piece to be very simple, but not too flat. So I did some very basic shading here, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think I would definitely work on the shading here with this sweater more, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it. So here's the finished process, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!